Welcome to Capital One Bowl Mania.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the college football playoff, semifinals on New Year's Day.
Welcome to the Cheez-It Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. And today from Camping World Stadium in sunny Orlando, Florida, the number 18 Miami Hurricanes face the number 21 Oklahoma State Cowboys in the only matchup of ranked opponents outside of the New Year's Six Bowls. Miami comes to Orlando 8-2, Oklahoma State at 7-3. Great to have you with us, everybody. And from the studios here in Bristol, Connecticut, I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner at home in Nashville, Tennessee is Tim Hasselbeck. Katie George will be on the field there in Orlando. Tim, we've got a good one here today.
We certainly do. Two good football teams, ranked teams, Dave, as you said. And I think they're evenly matched. They're both eager to, be refreshed and have an opportunity to compete in this football game. And not to mention, when you look at both offenses, they average scoring about 30 points per game. So we could be in for some fireworks.
Oklahoma State making their 15th consecutive bowl appearance. We take a look at how the Cowboys arrived in Orlando. They came charging out of the gate at 4-0. That included a pair of nice wins against Tulsa and top 20 Iowa State. The Cowboys would reach number 6 in the poll, and they had a second-half lead against Texas before falling in overtime. And well before the Cheez-It Bowl, top running back Chuba Hubbard opted out, although in truth, Tim, he had barely played in a month or so leading up to that decision, but Tylan Wallace will play.
Yeah, and that's a big opt-in for Oklahoma State. The passing game runs through him. He's a complete player. He'll fight for the football. He's got good run after the catch. He's tough. He was described to us as a throwback. He certainly grabbed our attention preparing for this game, and I know he's grabbed Miami's attention as well.
All right, the Hurricanes of Miami, 8-2. They also got off to a quick start before running up against eventual ACC champion Clemson in October. The Canes were able to shake that one off, however, and win their next 5. They climbed to number 10 in the college football rankings. That's when the quarterback, De'Ara King, really got rolling. Miami was 8-1 when they were blown out by number 17 North Carolina, allowing 62 points to the Tar Heels and their tremendous rushing attack. Certainly not the way Miami figured they would end the regular season, but giving up 778 total yards, the most in school history. A huge chunk of those, Tim, on the ground.
Yeah, and that has certainly left a bad taste in Miami's mouth. Manny Diaz described his team as emotionally bankrupt during and after that game. That's why they're so excited to have a better performance defensively, but they're going to have to do it without their two best defensive players who have decided to opt out, Jalen Phillips and Quincy Roche. So it's going to have to be the offense that carries this Hurricane team.
Well, the Canes offense is in great hands. De'Ara King. And Tim, Manny Diaz says if he's on the bus, we can win the game. Coming out of Houston and then transferring, and he has had a tremendous season after a 1-3 start as a freshman in 2019, coming back and playing some great football for Miami.
Yeah, he's been everything they hoped he would be, both on the field and off of it. His production is certainly jumps out at you. We've seen him a few times, Dave. We think he's one of the more exciting players in all of college football. There's certainly a buzz that he brings to this team tonight and obviously going forward.
And for more on King, let's toss it down to Katie George.
Well, Manny Diaz lights up when he tells you De'Ara King chose Miami twice. Back in January when he committed, it was under the assumption that he would play in one season and then declare for the NFL draft. Then COVID-19 hit and players were granted an extra year of eligibility. He told me he didn't give it much thought until after the North Carolina loss. He sat down with his family to discuss his future. He said he wrote out the pros and cons of declaring for the NFL draft and returning to Miami for a second season. He said his love for his teammates, the culture, the direction Manny Diaz is taking this program, and the opportunity to play in Rhett Lashley's system in consecutive seasons were among the pros that helped him make this decision. He said he trusted his gut and he's ready to run it back in 2021, guys.
Well, it was great news, certainly, Coral Gables, Florida. He is the Canes' most highly respected player on both sides of the football. Manny Diaz will tell you that. Last year, 6-7, a major turnaround at 8-2. And Mike Gundy used to be a big star quarterback for Oklahoma State, now in his 16th season. As mentioned, 15 consecutive bowl appearances for the Cowboys. Beautiful evening here in Orlando. 75 degrees, partly sunny skies as we get set to get this one underway. Miami won the toss, and they have deferred to the second half.